This video is going to talk about plural nouns. Now, it's not an easy video to follow because plural nouns are not easy. There's many rules and many exceptions, and it's just something we really have to learn. What's important to understand before I go through the rules is the vowels. The vowels in our alphabet are A, E, I, O, U, or lowercase A, E, O, R. All the other letters are called consonants. So plural nouns. The first step is when you go from a singular, meaning one, to a plural, meaning two, is you add an S. So dog, dogs. Apple, apples. You can see with both of the singular nouns, I've added an S. Pumpkin, pumpkins. Chair, chairs. Again, you can see the S is added. However, if a noun ends with the letter S, sh, ch, z, or x, you need to add an ES. I know it's tricky, it's just something we've got to learn. So box becomes boxes, fox becomes foxes. A trick that I like to do is to say the word out loud and see if you can hear for an is sound or a s. So listen to the word boxes, boxes. Compare that to the sound of the word chairs. So if you're not quite sure whether to add an S or an ES, say the word out loud and listen. See if you can hear an S or an ES sound. Is. Glass. Say it first. Glasses. I hear an is sound. Oops. There are our glasses now. Brush. Brush is. Is. Did you hear the is sound? Correct. Brushes. Watch. Say it first and listen. Watches. Is sound. There's one exception to this rule. If the ch ending is pronounced with a k sound, you add a s rather than es. I know it's complicated, but let's read that again. There's one exception to this rule. If the ch ending is pronounced or sounds like a k sound, you add s rather than es. Listen to the word stomach. Stomach. Can you hear a k sound at the end? So what we need to do is add an S instead of an ES. Now, most of the nouns ending with an O, you also need to add an ES. Avocado, avocados. Now, with the word avocados, you can't hear the ES sound as you heard before. So this is simply a rule you need to remember. Most, but not all, nouns ending with an O, you need to add an ES. Tomato, tomatoes. Here are a list of words. Buffalo, buffaloes. Domino, dominoes. Echo, echoes. Hero, heroes. Mosquito, mosquitoes. Potato, potatoes. tomato, tomatoes, torpedo, torpedoes. However, some nouns ending with an O need own. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Need some nouns ending with an O. You only need to add an S. That makes more sense. Photo becomes photos. Piano, pianos. Video, videos. Well, it gets a little bit worse than that. If a noun ends with a consonant plus a Y, make the plural by changing the Y to IES. Strawberry becomes strawberries. You notice that we've removed or taken away the Y and added IES. Pony, ponies. We've taken away or dropped the Y and added IES to form the plural. Butterfly, butterflies. There's also another rule to make things even more confusing. There are some nouns which we need to add an N or REN, making a ren sound, in order to form a plural noun. Ox, the plural is oxen. Child, the plural is children. With nouns that end in a consonant, that's a letter which is not an A, E, I, O or U, or a single vowel plus an F or FE, change the F or FE to VES. This is a really hard rule to remember. I've chosen words which you will use more often in your writing. So knife, this is a Stanley knife, it could be a kitchen knife, becomes knives. That's a common word which we use. Half becomes halves. See, I have more than one. Loaf, a loaf of bread becomes loaves. There are even some nouns which you need to replace the inside vowel to form a plural. That means the vowel within the word. Man, the plural is men. We've changed the at sound to an et sound. Woman, plural, that's a mistake. Let me just fix that. Becomes women. So the A in woman, the vowel A is changed to an E. Woman to women. Goose, changes to geese. The double vowel oo is changed to an E. This is a really tricky one. There are some words where they change multiple letters. Mouse becomes mice. However, both singular and plural are the same for some nouns. So you have one sheep. Here I've got one sheep. Here I have more than one sheep, but the plural remains the same. One sheep, lots of sheep. Here I have some money. Here I also have money. The noun for the singular is the same as the plural noun. Scissors, scissors. Fish, fish.